What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video and welcome to an extremely exciting video. Because for the last 2 years we've been asking for the addition of no moving and no moving panning or zooming jewels, and as you can see we have them right here. This of course means that distance battle royale and normal battle royale have been relegated to unranked, which is probably a good thing because those aren't the most competitive modes in my opinion. Duels however is very competitive and it is super exciting to have NMPZ, my love, my favorite game mode, as a mode available on ranked. As you guys know, my moving skills are not all that, it's fair to say. However, NMPZ, I do think I could contend for #1 position, depending on how much I'm able to play. So, NMPZ, let's jump in here. As you can see, I have no rating at all. I've not played any rated games on my main account for many months now. But it's time to break that streak. Let's see what rank we are, what we've decayed to, and see how we can go on an NMPZ duel. First one here. Pretty excited. We have a 1.2k rated player. We're all the way down at 1.1k. I guess we lost a bit of ranking since we've last played. And here we are. And the first round is actually, I mean, where is this? Actually kind of a difficult round. It looks like an Indonesian pole top to me. So I'm thinking that we are somewhere there. Yeah, actually a relatively difficult round. We're driving right. Okay, so we're in Cambodia then, I guess. Or with these bollards? Where are we? These bollards normally appear in Thailand and Indonesia, but if we are driving right, then I guess it should be Cambodia, right? That makes sense, I think. So we'll go over here. I guess if it's like so hilly, we'll guess in the mountains, but could it be Laos? I mean, yes, it could be actually. That's why we have the square back of the car here. Okay, that would make a lot more sense. Whoa! The screen completely shakes when they guess. I think they should get rid of that. But okay, this is Paksir. That would make sense, right? We have easterly mountains on the river. I think that would indeed make sense. We could be right near it there. And it was Paksir there. Our opponent goes in Cambodia. Fairly logical guess. Took me a long time to get it because the bollards were very unusual. And also, it is 1:30 AM right now. I did not intend to film it at this time, but, you know, I had to get this video out to you guys because it is such exciting news. I don't want to be too late. Next one here, we have the Waikuru car. We also have a lot of Paraguay palms. I'm thinking that means we're in Mato Grosso. Whoa, bro. Chill. I'm gonna guess first just so it doesn't shake like that. And I think I heard there's no option to get rid of that because I heard people talking about it. But yeah, these kind of very thinly leaved branches are very common on palms in Mato Grosso, so we'll try it out here. Was Mato Grosso do Sul there? Our opponent goes northeastern Brazil, and yeah, we do 2.7k there. So I hope there's lots of like countries like Brazil where we can definitely make up a huge advantage. But man, we're playing NMPZ Duels. It just set in, you know, we got a nice region guess in Brazil, and we don't have to deal with someone who found a sign. It's kind of nice, right? This is pretty far eastern Thailand to me. I'm gonna go out here, I think. And it was that, well, gets a really nice guess there. Maybe there was the mountains in the background. I think he's just plonked really nicely. But yeah, I mean, eastern Thailand is, you know, pretty hard to reach and guess at the best of times, I think it's fair to say. Next one here, we got yellow curbs that look like Mexico or Peru. I think this is more Peruvian, you know. It could even be max south Ecuador, but I'm thinking, okay, we have east-southeast mountains here that, yeah, definitely kind of look like northern Peruvian ones to me. And do we have anything? Black water tank is kind of Mexican, but yeah, the landscape definitely actually doesn't fit in hindsight. Blue water tank as well, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this guess somewhere up here, surely. And it was all the way north in Peru, and that's almost knockout damage at this stage, 2.1k there. Should have gone all the way up, but yeah, northern Peru can look pretty similar all around. And here we are on the next one in Ghana, I guess. Yeah, should just be somewhat southern because we have a green hill in the background. You tend to only see those in the south. And I like how fast our opponent's guessing. Definitely a man after my own heart is Felix because he's he's been guessing quicker than I can even get to. You know, I've not described the country yet, and he's gone. But okay, let's do one on him this time, and I'll go super quickly and see what the fella does. Yep, he's straight in. I love it. So clearly, maybe he also doesn't like the shaking of the screen. He's a bit of a sensitive guy and just has to go straight in. Well, I understand that. Okay, next one here. We got a holy pole. Holes don't go the way to the ground, but this one does. Looks very Romanian here. Very standard round. I expect us to make pretty much the same guess here because you just guess inside the mountains. Very distinctive dam here, I imagine, if you know about it. Yeah, there's one here, okay, on this lake. I mean, you could probably find the 5k if you had long enough because you could look for a lake like that, but yeah, I mean, there we go. Next one here, Chilean vibes. Pretty dry mountains in the background here. This shouldn't be too far north, though. We have a ton of trees. Coca-Cola. Okay, interesting. Colo Cola. Colo. Okay, never mind. I think like Ovaya could make sense here. So the mountains are kind of southeast. That wouldn't make sense for Ovaya. I think Ovaya might be a bit more green, but shouldn't be too far north of Copiapo. So I'm just going to go for Ovaya. And it was Villena, yeah, just south of Copiapo there. Honestly, the guy's guesses have been very reasonable, just the Brazil, which he sent a bit wrong. Okay, next one here. I mean, obviously, it would be a bit sad to lose this duel because we had such a good early lead. This one looks like Uganda to me. Yeah, don't really see a good reason why it wouldn't be. I'm just going to go straight for it. He might miss it, but he's in. Okay, we can have a look again. I mean, we have the square back of the car here. Everything looks rather Uganda. And we have a hill. Maybe it's a bit more northern suburbs of Uganda here. Yeah, was actually southern, but our opponent goes Ghana. GG's. Probably guessed it a little bit quick there, but it's nice to start off with a 100% win rate because I noticed here, wow, we are right at the bottom. In fact, we were 1,110. But if you go main menu here and you go back to your profile, there's actually like a whole section now for NMPZ Duels. So yeah, I mean, also, of course, guys, this means the return of this Road to #1 series because on moving Duels, it just wasn't possible for me. I'm just not good enough, but we're against Geoguessr, a good friend of mine, really good friend. And that is fun to run into him. Also, a guy with a great music taste, so I'll have to beat him on this occasion. That's important. We have oil palm trees. This should be Nigeria for that reason. I think it's a fairly difficult round, so I'm going to go in here pretty fast, pretty quickly. But it should be... Ooh, wow, that was actually Senegal. I mean, he makes the same guess, but... I knew it was fairly difficult, so I wanted to get it in pretty quickly, but still, that's kind of surprising to me. It was like all the way south, so it kind of had a bit of a tropical vibe. Next one here, I think it's actually Ghana. Yeah, it's actually also a fairly difficult round. I had to think about the country here for a little. He should get it, and he does. I mean, Geoguessr is a very strong player. His rating 1.2k is definitely no reflection of how good he is. He could easily be 1.5k, I imagine. Or higher. Next one here. So it's not really great ELO to run into. Okay, next one here we got wind turbines. And what else do we have here? Kind of feels like his own country of Czechia to me. But we have 2022. I think it could be Poland, Czechia, something in that region. Maybe even, it could actually be... Denmark is possible here. We have slightly reddish soil. I'm going to go here. Not really sure where this exactly is. It was Poland. He goes Germany. Did also look like Germany. I should have clicked closer towards Germany, but, you know, Poland's, you know, at the best of times on region guessable. So, next one here. What have we got going on? Also fairly difficult. Feels like it might be Chile here, actually, I think. Could it be? Could it be elsewhere? So, we seem to have Spanish. That would make sense to me here. This could be Arge. I actually don't see any strong evidence for what the country is here. I think I'm going to guess Western Argentina, because we have like kind of Germanic architecture that shows up sometimes in Bariloche and certain stuff like that, right? So, does that make sense? I think so. I don't think it feels too north. It could still be Brazil. I haven't ruled it out. No, I think these are maybe Chilean plates. I'm gonna guess over the border. But we'll see. Okay, it was Chile. He goes Argentina. I think without the number plates, I would have gone Arge too, but just got the vibe that it might be Chile instead. Okay, next one here. Okay, this might be Senegal again. Hopefully we can send it correctly this time. Looks like it is. We have the is it the white car or the silver car? Because that can help. Lots of palms here. We're looking north. I think this might be right by the coast with that amount of palms, but a bit further north, maybe around this direction here. There are some little lakes, but where I clicked, maybe not. Maybe it's actually some southern, maybe it's around the delta or something. I'm not too sure. Or maybe not the delta, but a delta. Not the Gambia, of course. Okay, it was San Luis. We finally lose some damage here from Geoguessr. Just 20 points, though. And, well, at least we both got Senegal this time. Okay, here we are on double damage in Europe. Europe's a bit tough. We have a very pale pavement here. I wondered about Greece. Greece could certainly make sense here. The rock wall's a bit weird. He guesses quickly here. Greece, Italy, both make sense to me. White buildings, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't love Greece here, but he's guessed so quickly. I don't know, man. I'm going to guess Greece as well. But I could definitely see anything Mediterranean or even Portugal. Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one. He goes for Italy, so we're not too bad off here, just 7k, but 700. But if he went Portugal, we would have been dead, of course. That was gettable, but Greece and Portugal had kind of pretty similar architecture. Next one here, we have tiled roofs, so probably on Java here. On Jar. We, to the north, have flatness, which is interesting. Probably suits somewhere on the north here. And yeah, I don't think there's much more than that. It could still be elsewhere. But Jakarta, I think it's actually safer to just go the middle of Java here. But hopefully there's no clues. Okay, well, it's just Jakarta. He goes for a big hedge there. Must have missed the tiled roofs. That's going to be 3.9k. If I had stuck with my original guess, of course, we would have knocked him out, but that's okay. Next one here. Are we in Italy? Could be Italy for sure. In fact, I really do quite like Italy here. Could it ever be San Marino? That would be pretty crazy. I don't believe that San Marino can look like this, but why not hedge it nearby? Oh, could it be San Marino? I feel like he's going to guess San Marino just because it's Generation 2 camera. The blur is mega wide. Is that something in possibly San Marino? I'm not really sure. I kind of want to go for it. Maybe this is the castle, you know? I'm going to go for it, guys. Why not? You know, you only live once. Let's go in here. And it wasn't San Marino, but it was dead center on Italy. I win guessing the wrong country. Silly one, but hey, I mean, I was going to go further north anyway, so we'll take it. GG's to Geoguessr there. Good friend of mine. So let's head through into another here. I guess we'll just do a couple more. And, well, we're against Geoguessr again. Again, not really the person I want to be facing because his elo is way lower than it should be, but, you know, it's cool. Okay, next one. What do we got? Okay, so we have some Turkey, feeling Eastern Turkey. I think it's actually quite Eastern. I think this is at max Eastern out near Van, but maybe between Elazig and Van. I'm gonna go, what do we have? South, it's pretty flat here, so that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna go out near the lake, but not all the way there. And okay, it was much further north than I thought. Normally you associate this area with being a bit greener, but I guess it was just taken in the middle of summer. And okay, next one here. We're in Mexico. We have very dark dirt here. That's kind of suspicious. I think all in all, could it be? There's a few options here. Do we see like a rock wall here in the bottom left of our screen? But I don't think Yucatan dirt normally gets this brown. So I'm gonna go Tabasco, but it could easily, maybe a hedge at Campeche just because of that. Okay, it was actually Veracruz. Yeah, he goes all the way in Quintana Roo. I think Yucatan Peninsula normally would not have dirt that's that brown. But I thought I saw a rock wall, which is probably the same reason why he went up there. Okay, this is New Zealand now. It should be North Island. This is giving me North Island vibes, right? I think the like spammed fence where it's like really close together. I think that's a North Island thing. And I think the vegetation could certainly fit for like Hamilton area. So I'm gonna go for that here. And okay, it was all the way northland. Thought of it with this kind of like rolling landscape, but yeah, wasn't too sure. Obviously, really good start regardless, even though our guesses haven't been quite the best. Just been getting closer. Next one here, we're in Italy, I guess. Looks like an Italian sign, but we're extremely flat. So I guess we should be out near Bari, or have I misjudged this in this Spain? Looks like it might be a square pole there. Yeah, I'm switching my guess to Spain area. That would also make sense of the complete flatness here. Could it be Portugal? Yes. Haven't ruled out Portugal, but at least we're going to be on the right kind of area if we guess Madrid, I think. And it was indeed Spain. Good that I thought of looking for the poles there because I was pretty convinced about Italy, but then again, Italy, you know, you rarely get a flat area with red soil, and that's just something you have to like learn from experience, but I feel like that's a relatively true statement. Okay, this is hard. Where are we? Are those lines white or yellow? Ooh. Okay, I can think of, if they are yellow lines, like I think... Okay, where's the sun? The sun's slightly south. I'm just gonna go what I thought. I think this is Ecuador. I don't really know why I think that, but that is north of the equator, I think. Oh, on it. Oh, it's Brazil, of course. Okay, well, that's gonna be pretty significant damage there. 3.3k. I still liked my Ecuador guess, even after knowing it was Brazil there, but just a tough round. Good guess from him. Double damage now. Let's clutch up. This is Indonesia, which is not too good. Oh, actually, it's Philippines, actually. Yeah. And I think it's going to be south with this dryness, but I'm just going to put him in because I think you might get it wrong here. It's fairly difficult. I don't even know why. I think just this white brick architecture is much more... He's crying. I think this white brick architecture is much more Filipino. But it kind of looked like Indo at first, so we'll see. Could still be Indo. And yeah, it was North Philippines instead. He goes Mexico, so obviously that's going to be knockout damage there. GG's. But yeah, I mean... I was also not too close, so it must be said that, it was not an easy round at all. But I feel like the dryness in Philippines in Generation 3 is often like all the way south or all the way north, so it does create some, odd guesses. But we've had Felix twice and Juxer twice, so maybe not that many people are playing NMPZ. Would make sense, it's a fairly difficult format, especially on this map. This map is not kind half the time. But this looks like it might be Philippines again, and dry Philippines again. And are we going to go the wrong mistake? Are we going to go the same mistake twice, I mean? I think we could actually send north here. Okay, Felix, back to his old ways, likes to guess fast. I could probably have guessed quicker here against maybe a less experienced player like Felix, but I'm going to go for it this time, guys. It's probably south. I'll show you guys classic Philippines moment. Yes. Well, again, our opponent's gone the wrong direction completely, so... Well, that just goes to validate my guess, because both of the rounds look fairly similar, and yeah, one was all the way north, one was all the way south. I'm sure that was gettable, but, I was having fun. I'll say that. Okay, next one here. US or Canada? We've got like a more of an American-style letterbox, but the trees do feel quite north here, so... 2022 doesn't really help. I will go Dakotas here. I will go North Dakota. Let's go for it. And wow, really great guess from our opponent, just middle hedging Kansas there. Yeah, the trees definitely looked a bit further north to me, but yeah, I mean, they could always go down to Kansas, those types of ones where it does get pretty cold. Next one, are we in Peru? I think it might be in North Peru again here. Very interesting how much kind of farming we have going on here. But yeah, I think our opponent may not pick it up. So I'm going to go here. Our opponent has guessed. Okay. Yeah, very dry on the heels here. It could be south, all in all. Like, I think it's actually worth hedging Lima here. This could be south, it could be north. I'm not entirely sure what vibe I get off this one, to be honest with you. And it was south, yeah. It was just that south kind of agricultural stuff you get around Arequipa and sometimes in the valleys there. But obviously, with the opponent going Mexico, we are pretty... Yeah, we should just back ourselves more against someone who's this kind of rating, I think. Having said that, where are we? Maybe in... this could be Mexico, but we have round poles, so I think it's Colombia or Ecuador. With the banana trees everywhere, around Guayaquil certainly works nicely, but then again, like Cali area and that kind of stuff can have a lot of bananas as well. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. Because it's Generation 3 as well, makes sense to go Guayaquil here, I think. And it was indeed Ecuador. Very reasonable guess from our opponent, could have been there. But we do GG damage there. Okay, so because it's so late, I'm going to end it off there. But obviously we already gained 100 ELO this episode, just about 90 or so. And it was a lot of fun. So I think road to number 1 returns. So I want the comments section to hear me out again. Do you think this should go on the second channel? Should it go on the main channel? Should I, play on the second channel every day? Subscribe, by the way. It'll be linked in the description. And then, upload highlights from the week on the main channel, or... I don't know, we'll see. I'm fairly busy still, so it might not be able to be exactly daily, but hopefully we can climb the leaderboards nicely and go pretty well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit like, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.